All right, welcome to today's Hangout recap. I am your teacher, Mr. Patello, also known as Darth Vader.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
So today in class was Star Wars, and that was our theme for today. So a lot of us shared some Star Wars memories. You missed it if you were in B period. Interesting Star Wars memory for Miss Hindle was that in 1978 she went on a first date with a gentleman named Bob, and Bob loved Star Wars and Mrs. Hindle didn't, and I guess there was no second date. That was a fun story. Mr. Gelsomino brought a Star Wars mug. Mackenzie Carlson had a lightsaber. That was cool. And then some people just didn't care much about Star Wars. So that's what happened. We also then did our two-way table practice, and we're going to go over that now. Make sure you listen for today's tagline. I'm going to give you two words, one in the middle possibly and one towards the end to make the tagline. And after you watch this video, you email me your tagline for today's recap. So let's get right into the math. Two-way tables practice from Thursday. Let me bring you to this part. So we started, went over this, and here's kind of where we left off. Whoops, these answers were supposed to be erased. My bad. The first part, as I just erased the answers, and we'll just talk about them again. We'll start here. So this two-way table is pretty cool because you were given part of the table and you had to use the rest of the table to figure out the missing numbers. So in the intro video, I definitely told everyone that 15 plus what was 32? 17. Once you have that number, you can kind of go different spots here and get different parts of the table. So what number plus 5 is 17? 12. Then you could go over here. What number plus 15 is 8 plus what number is 15? 7. Then you can get the totals here, and if you did this, you probably figured out that 12 plus 8 is 20. And we talked about relative frequency and how we change that into a percent, and we're always dividing by 32. So if I wanted to change the boys' total responses to this survey about playing basketball and not playing basketball, I would write 17 divided by what? 32. And that equals 53.1%. Okay. And the nice thing about this here is that the 53.1 and the 46.9 adds up exactly to 100%. Awesome. The other numbers here, 12 divided by 32, if you did this right, was 37.5%. Here, 7 divided by 32 came out to 21.9%. Then when you add these two columns up, like these two numbers together, comes out to 62.5%. And then these two numbers add up to 37.5%. Now, I had these highlighted here for in the previous class for the simple fact that the numbers worked out nice. This plus this is 100, and this plus this is exactly 100. Remember, depending on how you round, sometimes it's not always that perfect. Let's go over the answers now. So how many boys played basketball? Boys that played basketball was 12. How many students in general played basketball? Students in general... Oh, wait, sorry. Don't play basketball. That would make a big difference. So students that don't play basketball was also 12.
Good.
You could also say...
That is correct. Yes, yes.
Okay, that's a little Darth Vader for you there. Going right down the list here, what was the relative frequency of girls that don't play basketball? Don't play basketball. What do you think it is? 21.9% is hopefully what you were thinking.
Good work.
Next one, relative frequency of girls in the class. Girls in the class, relative frequency, 46.6%. percent here. Job.
Impressive.
All right, continuing. Oh,
Most impressive.
Sorry, I don't know why it does it twice. First part of that tagline for today is baby, as in I have a baby. The baby is just the first word. The second word you will hear in a little while. Of the boys, only the boys, what is the percent that played basketball? So here I tried to be specific with my percentage. You're only looking at the boys. So if you're only looking at the boys, it's this part right here. So what do you divide? 12 divided by 17. So that percentage, obviously a lot of boys do play basketball in most schools. So that came out to 70.5. 70.5% here. And then of the girls, only what percent play basketball? So here, of the girls only, what am I going to divide by? 8 divided by 15. So that 8 divided by 15, when you change it to a percent, comes out to 53.3%. Cool. All right. So then going right along here, then we went into the dress color. You either saw white and gold or blue and black. And so what I did here is I put the data and you were to fill in this table. So I'll fill it in with you, but hopefully you've done it already. Boys that saw white and gold. I was one of those boys. I saw white and gold. It was 4. 15 saw black and blue. Girls was 11 that saw white and gold, and 12 that saw black and blue. So you can see girls was more split. Boys definitely saw way more black and blue. So let's go through these totals. What's this one going to be? 19. This one's going to be 11 plus 12, 23. And that adds up to 42. This is going to be 15. And this is going to be 27.
Good work.
All right. So that ended that part of the work. And then we actually took a little bit, and I'll play this for you, a little bit more into the dress color science. So here goes.
Become utterly divided on this dress. What colors do you see?
So what colors do you see? Serious, man. I just see white gold. It's like an off-white, but it's white and gold. There's no blue. Maybe like a very small tinge of blue, but like it's white and gold to me.
On the one hand, we have Team Black and Blue. On the other, Team White and Gold. We asked on Twitter and got hundreds of responses for both white and gold and black and blue. For what it's worth, we both saw black and blue and thought this was a massive prank at first. So how can it be possible for people to see it so differently? It's a phenomenon known as color constancy. Take this cube, for example. The middle square on the top appears to be a shade of brown, while the one on the side looks much more orange. But in actuality, they're both the exact same color. We promise we haven't cheated here or done any trick photography. Instead, our brain looks at the context, sees a shadow, and instantly thinks, oh, shadows make objects appear darker. And so the brain compensates and interprets the square as lighter
So it has to do with shadowing, the way your brain interprets shadows.
than it appears, until the shadow is taken away. Back to the dress, and we have a similar situation, except here the context is very arbitrary. We're so close up to the dress that we don't really know its surroundings, and the brain has to make assumptions. People who picture the dress as white have brains which may be interpreting the dress in a blue lit room, for example, as in it's near a window with a bright blue sky.
Yeah,
It
I
makes
feel like
perfect
over there
sense
is a
then
sunny
that the
window.
white dress would be tinted blue, and that the gold color wouldn't really change. On the other hand, the brains of people who see it as black and blue
Mr. Gelsomino, he's crazy in the fact that he can see it both ways. I don't know. Must be he must be some type of Jedi.
Most impressive.
Seriously.
Blue may be interpreting the dress in an artificially lit setting, like somewhere with yellow lights. As a result, the brain sees the gold as just a reflection off of the black and believes that the blue has been unaffected. Chances are that this image just happens to be perfectly ambiguous to our brain, meaning it all comes down to individual perception and even how and where you view the image. From a factual standpoint, the dress is blue. In fact, here are some other pictures of it. But this is
Now it's definitely blue. And for those of you that see blue, I wonder if you see it that dark. Some people said they see a lighter blue.
a beautiful example of how our brains have evolved to interpret the world around us without us even realizing.
All right. So then what we did, I posted on Google Classrooms. Sorry, it's not there, but I posted some questions for us to do today with the data. So we did a few questions. In B period, we only did the first two, and D and E, we got all four done. So pause the video here and see if you can answer these 4 questions. All right, let's see how they came out. How many boys saw white and gold? White and gold boys was 4. How many students saw black and blue? Just students in general. Did you say 15? Sorry, it should be 27 for that. Black and blue was 27 total students, not boys or girls. Then was a relative frequency question. So relative frequency of girls that saw white and gold. So girls that saw white and gold was 12. And then, no, sorry, it was 11. So you do 11 divided by what number? 42. So that comes out to, if you did it right, 26.1% there. And then the last one, of the boys, only what percent saw black and gold? Most of the boys saw black and gold. 15 out of 19 did. So 15 divided by 19, that is 78.9% there. 78.9%. All right, so that's what you missed during our recap today. Oh, you need the rest of that tagline, don't you? The end of the tagline actually has to do with our new koosh. It's Baby Yoda. So our new koosh is Yoda. It's the only koosh I could find that we haven't seen that's got some like greenish Yoda blue colors. I don't know if there's any blue in Yoda, but that's it. So the tagline is Baby Yoda. For those of you that have Disney Plus and seen Mandalorian, Baby Yoda is wicked cool. He's part of that. You know what? I didn't show the other classes, but let's take a look at Baby Yoda really quick. So Baby Yoda. If you haven't seen how cute he is, this is Baby Yoda, right? That's Baby Yoda. Now let's just do regular older Yoda. It's a little blue in that face right there. Just regular Yoda and the regular older other movies. This is what Yoda looks like when he's older. That's the older version. So baby, older, Yoda. Baby Yoda. That's the tagline for today. Have a good weekend. See you guys next week. Stay safe. And that's it.